I told them that in the next 10 years, Supreme Higher Institute will beat Harvard. People laugh. Will beat Harvard because
big dreams.
Because of the vision.
Yes,
because if you have otherwise big. Yes, but now we talk about STEM Higher Institute. But my problem is get the right team.
So I'm not that boring, so I could not close this segment without asking our guest about his personal life. Any baby mama, any girlfriend, any wife, fiance, children?
Let me fix my glasses. You know, this is the most difficult question that I've been asked now. The other ones were... Yeah, for sure, a girlfriend. I'm in a relationship.
Okay.
A good one, a very beautiful relationship.
Okay. Shout out to her.
Hey.
What's herself?
Yeah. So I don't have a child yet because I'm planning to have children maybe soon.
Football team.
Many. You know, I'm a typical African man and from my village, and I'm also a chief.
Oh, okay.
So not just chief, fun.
So you have a small kingdom.
But in a big place there in Boya, employing workers. At one time, I remember when workers just started disappearing. And then we ended up just that. I want to note that I studied in a professional university. My first study, I did something professional, which I could write the integration exams and then get employed by the government. Yes, when I finished, my mother called me. You know, there's an integration exam. Go and write. Go and do this. Some friends called me. That let's do. It's true that I ventured once to write, and I thank God I never passed.
God had a bigger thing prepared for you.
Yes.
Greetings, people. Salut. How are they? Welcome back again to another episode. Like I said, I created a new segment on my channel where I get to meet young Cameroonian entrepreneurs, especially those who are changing the game in entrepreneurship. So today I'm with no other person than Mr. Dr. Basil KUM. I'm going to start by asking you for those who are seeing your face for the first time, can you kindly introduce yourself to the public?
Thank you very much, Dr. Jamet, and thank you for visiting my office.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, you're welcome. I am Basil KUM from a small village from the northwest region called Isu. Of course, from the name, I'm sure many people can identify where I'm coming from. I'm a physiotherapist by profession. It's true, I started by studying general medicine. I also studied psychology, to be precise, health psychology. Presently rounding up with my PhD in the physiology in the University of Boya. So I think generally that's me. I'm into research for quite some time now.
How many articles published already?
I've published one article.
Okay.
That if you go on Google, you put, at least you will see there. Okay. And many others, about 2 or 3 articles that are still unpublished. That I'm into entrepreneurship is someone that creates jobs, opportunities for himself, and then for others.
Okay.
And all that. So
okay. We'll come to that point where you'll be telling us more about your entrepreneurial journey, your experiences, your difficulties, your challenges that you face, and how you're solving them. I'll ask you, the next question is to tell us about your educational background. It's true, you've already given us some hints. Yeah, we would like to know, a short briefing of your educational background.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. First of all, yes, I did primary education in WUM.
Okay.
Precisely in the Holy Trinity WUM.
Okay.
I'm sure at least that's where I did my primary education. From there, I got admitted into the secondary school GBHS, still in WUM.
Okay.
Yes, that's where I had my O levels and my advanced level.
Okay.
From there, at least I had my mother was a nurse, so visiting the hospital a lot. My mother had started calling me her doctor since in primary school. So from leaving school, go to the hospital to take money for fees, money for that, and so I was so used to the white jacket.
Oh, okay.
So getting into secondary school, that dream, that passion had been nurtured for medicine, for the white jacket.
Yeah.
So which after my advanced level, I ventured to write concours into medical schools.
Okay.
QC Yaoundé, Boya Faculty of Health Sciences, Douala University Faculty of Health Sciences, and finally Chang, former Faculty of Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. I failed this other concours. Of course, it was really frustrating, but God sent me into the University of Chang at that time. 2011.
Okay.
Yes, 2011. Yeah. So that's when I got there. I started there, but due to some reasons which I don't want to. Faculty of Medicine was closed down by the government, and then they told us we had to either go into another concours to write into level 4 and all that. But just to cut it short, I had a bachelor's degree in the University of Chang in biomedical sciences, option clinical biology. So I've actually the lab. I actually worked in the lab for some time. But I noticed that was not what I really wanted to do, with a lot of frustrations and other things. So I met some of my professors. I will not forget to mention Professor Kenfak Bruno. Who is one of the lecturers that I met at that time, so frustrated, like asking what am I going to do after a bachelor's degree in biomedical sciences. And he advised, I told him that he was a lecturer in our department. So he said we have 3 options. We have pharmacy, we have clinical biology to do a master's to continue, and we have physiotherapy. And physiotherapy for me, that time I was like, physiotherapy, what's physiotherapy? But being who I am, I always like things that are a bit rare, that things that I don't know, and I think people don't know more about it. I want to bring those things to the limelight, so I ventured into physiotherapy. When I read about it, today I can tell you that physiotherapy is my passion. I obtained a master's degree in physiotherapy, and after that I started working 2014, 2015. But working with patients, clinically and all the like, I discovered that there's a lot of gaps and things that I think that I could treat physical disability, pain, and other things, but I was a bit limited to treat some psychological problems, depression, and all the like. Meanwhile, most of these conditions that my patients were facing, imagine someone without a leg or with chronic pain. Of course, that person is going to depression and other things. But we could manage only that chronic pain and disability and other things. So, 2017, I already started an online PhD in the health psychology, and this was to fill that gap. So I registered in an online PhD in the Warden State University, which I started 2017, and I'm done with it, everything and all the like. My thesis is ready. I function clinically now as a health psychology, as a physiotherapist, and presently I started another PhD in the physiology. I still saw another gap in the University of Boya. That's 2018 physiology, which I've rounded up. I'm in the research phase. I think everything being equal, by the end of this year I'll be defending that PhD in the University of Boya in the physiology. I think globally that is my academic portfolio.
Wow, that's a very heavy academic portfolio. We know you as an entrepreneur now, which is uncommon for most of, unfortunately, most of our Cameroonians who have studied right up to the PhD level. Most of them, we saw how some of them were striking for the government to recruit them. They could not create opportunities for themselves, which is very pathetic. So you are unique, you are innovative, you are changing the game with entrepreneurship. So tell us a bit about your work experience. Where have you worked before, and how did you get to your first entrepreneurial adventure?
Thank you for that question. It is true, we find ourselves in Africa where our educational system is a bit not like the ones we see other, but I think we can change something. And many of us, we have been trying to change the game. I felt bad when you said some PhD doctors, they were striking in front of the ministry that they should employ them.
They went on hunger strike.
I was like, what? When I saw that particular video, I was like seriously? PhD is like the last stage in academic, and the PhD means you are an expert in a certain domain. In fact, you are a creator. I mean, in the real sense, you are a creator of opportunities, even from masters. So it was a bit it's really pathetic but embarrassing. But anyways, it is our academic or educational system that has made it that way. It is like the educational system has enslaved us to, you have the degrees, and then if in fact it's as if these degrees, they make you to sleep, and then you wait till they give you
a job,
food or a job. But I think that that's not my vision when I was going to school.
Okay.
So as being a young man that with a quest for success, and grew up in a small village and all the like, seeing some people pass with big cars, looking at the plane in the air passing, look at other things, and I was asking myself, like, how did these people manage to enter that plane and then go somewhere? How did this man manage to be driving that car and all the like? In fact, all these things around me made me to say, like any other young man,
yes,
that of course I want to drive my own car, I want to enter the plane, I want to do this, I want to do that. From the basic stage, it's true that those that knew me in secondary school, I was that quiet type, but stubborn. I have a stubborn part, of course. So, but after I went into the university, my ambitions changed. I was like that person that I was thinking that no, I was not going to school that the government should employ me, of course.
Okay.
Trust me, after my finishing, I ventured into, I wrote an integration exam, which my name never came out. But anyways, the journey started. I went to Boya. Okay. Just for holidays, but while I was at home with my cousin, because I was living at my cousin's place, so I told her that rather than staying at home, let me just go to the Boya Regional Hospital, and then I should be doing some voluntary services and all the like. Yeah, she accepted because I never had transport. I was asking for her permission because she should be helping me. That's 2014, 2015.
Allowance. Okay.
Yeah, so she accepted. I said, okay, thank you. So I was going there to the hospital, but with that, at least I had opportunity, because physiotherapists are a bit rare in our setting, our health setting.
Very true.
So when I got to the hospital, I discovered there was a big gap. Physiotherapists were needed. But I was just there in Boya with one of my colleagues, Madame Assan, who is working at the regional hospital Boya. Okay. In fact, there are many private hospitals in the Boya, so I was called upon in other hospitals to offer physiotherapy services. But with that, still a lot of gap. But I was thinking that, will I be able to get married, buy my car, be my house, just doing these things? Like, no, so it was not what. So at that time, I met with one Mr. Balebe Simon. Okay. Who is an entrepreneur too. Yeah, I can bet for that. He's a young person. When I met him, he was talking about a project, Healthy Lifestyle Foundation. Okay. So when I met him, we discussed on this, and then I said, no, Healthy Lifestyle Foundation, it is something that I have in my mind, all the vision, everything. So we discussed on it and all the like, and then we started up. So I'm a co-founder of Healthy Lifestyle Foundation. Okay. That we started in Boya, I think 2017-18. Before the crisis. I think it was the crisis that really dealt with us, because we started in Boya, around Boya town, and our main objective was to encourage the population, change their mindset when it comes to healthy lifestyle. There are a lot of chronic diseases, non-communicable diseases that are caused mostly by our lifestyle. Exactly. So people don't exercise, people don't eat healthy, people
hypertension, diabetes, obesity,
cancer, and all the like. So, but all these things are diseases that can be prevented by just changing your lifestyle
to a healthy one.
To a healthy one. So we got into something like that, and then we started with clients and all the like. But the crisis was not really favoring us, and at that time, I'm forgetting Dr. Etel, because we're three of us in this foundation that we are handling this foundation. So at one point, we just left the three of us. All workers have disappeared, and it was like so frustrating. You call we had a nurse, we had a fitness coach, we had a chef that prepares healthy food and all the like, and distribute to clients. We had 2 nurses. Then we had an accountant and a secretary. So at one point, for 2 months, we were not able to pay our workers, but we were trying to put the vision into them, telling them that no, it will work. But one morning the nurse doesn't come, you call. I'm in Douala. This one you call, you cannot do anything because you are not paying them. So, and it was kind of really frustrating. Okay. So from there, 2018, 2019, I looked for something and I started thinking to move up to Douala.
Okay.
But before forgetting, I am also the founder of African Forum for Research and Rehabilitation. We founded that in 2017.
Okay.
But because of finances, the crisis, and coupled with a lot of things, the foundation is there.
Okay.
Legalized, but I could say I never found the right people to work with. So by this, I'll just tell youths like myself that sometimes this African Forum for Research and Rehabilitation was like a non-monetary kind of association. It was like
okay.
You don't make money from it, but you can people can donate.
Yes.
You try to help work with the handicap, do some humanitarian gestures.
Okay.
And then part of this healthy lifestyle was inside and all the like. So that's what I want to tell the youths now. Sometimes maybe have a job, work, have money before you can open a non-monetary kind of foundation or association or stuff like that, so that you can use that money. If you see people like Dangote, Power Guarantee, and other big names that you know, these people have foundations, but they never started with foundations or non-monetary things. They had their big company and now they own an association. So at that time, they were a bit of naive. I just wanted to do things, so no money, and that association died because I could not call people to come and work with me when you know in Cameroon every youth wants money. So yeah, so that it died down, and though it is still there. And I'm waiting in a certain time, I will push it up.
Okay.
That is for my entrepreneurial journey from healthy lifestyle foundation to African Forum of Research and Rehabilitation. And then in 2019, now I was struggling with my PhD at that time and all stuff. I moved to Douala. I was called by a lady from the US, and she wanted me to run her school, open a new school for her and stuff like that, which I started. I worked as the Dean of Studies. I'm more in academics.
Okay.
And health.
Okay.
So I run the school for 1 year, but the vision was not what I wanted. So late 2019 now, I met, once I was in my office, I met a certain lady and we were talking. That's Madame Ben Erica.
Okay.
Yeah, so I met her, we were talking, we were just sharing visions and some kind of things that what we love doing.
Yeah.
And she told me she wanted to open, she told me like she wanted me to advise her. You understand? Like she said, man, this guy, you're a young person, and I have this plan to open a school just for banking and finance. Because I'm a banker,
okay.
I have an MBA and this, so I can just attach it, maybe 2 rooms or this in my place there, and then I'll be training bankers, and then they can write the HND. I started telling her my vision about creating a higher institution. What if someone comes there, I want to do nursing, I want to do physiotherapy, I want to do pharmacy. So I told her that, madam, if you are ready, let's put our hands together and then open a higher institution that will do health and business. And that was the birth of STEM Higher Institute of Health and Business that we started late 2019. We put our head together, funds here and there, go to Yaoundé and other things, and then finally we started STEM Higher Institute academic year 2020-2021. So STEM Higher Institute is going to the second year now.
Okay.
Yeah. But what I want to point out here is that my vision was not just to open a higher institution or to make money. I have been in different systems. Remember, I've studied online, I've studied in the University of the University of Boya. I've taught in many schools in Boya, about 2-3 different private schools in Boya. When I came to Douala, I taught in other schools. But the system of education was not pleasing to me, because what they do is that they gather many materials and give to students, and the idea is just as if, anyways, anyone that can help you in the future, or you just find yourself in it. That's why if I ask a question, maybe people that are listening to me, that can you boast that what you did in high school is what is putting food on your table today, I will say about 5-10% of people, what they did in primary school, secondary school, even universities, That's not what is giving them money today. It is because of the academic, our educational system. So we came in, STEM High Institute came in to change this system, and then putting something into it that I value much, which is leadership. I've been listening to a lot of people talking about leadership and all the like. So, but I thought, when I look at what is happening in Africa generally, and then in the country, bad leadership. Yes, some countries. I don't want to cite countries, but there are many countries that have good leadership. There are countries that have poor leadership, and you know what is happening in Africa. If you want to compare that with, so that was my main focus, to rebrand education and changing the game. Let me put it that way: transforming learners to creators and innovators. That is what STEM Higher Institute is all about: transforming learners to creators and innovators through quality education and the leadership. Because leadership is the key. I think we want to create nurses that are leaders in their field.
Good leaders.
Yes, good leaders. We want to create bankers that are leaders in their field, marketers that are leaders. So by the time this vision is young for sure, and we have some people that we are working with them that they buy our vision and so stuffs like that. So we started the school, and I think we are not doing bad. We are going ahead, and for sure, the vision we believe that by the year, in 5 years from now, by 5 years, 10 years from now, 2030, 2035, sure, we would have about 2-3 batches. And I don't want to say anything. I want Cameroonians, Africa, the world to judge our product in the market, in the job market.
Wow.
These students, for sure, they are going to create jobs. They are going to innovate whatever field they will choose or they find themselves in, and they will be noted as leaders in every field that is just the vision. And today I deal with a lot of workers and a lot of things, working now as the managing director of STEM Higher Institute of Health and Business. With another professional school that is coupled to it. It's like under STEM Professional Training Institute. Vocational Training Institute. So the vision continues, and for sure there are a lot of things that I have in mind. I believe in the power of the mind. Reason why, thank God, I've been meeting a lot of leaders. Sometimes they say your mind, depending on what you want, your values, attract some certain people around you. And when I I've been wanting to write a lot. I have a lot of things that I've written, but never published. And this, I would say, this is my first book.
Yes. You'll be seeing it. I will put in the pictures.
This is my first book that I wrote, and thanks to senior hero Mike Oladipo. Because he encouraged me a lot when I met with him. I told him my vision, and then I enrolled in his leadership school. I was enrolling with all my leadership notion that I know and what I know, but no, learning never stops. Learning never stops. Once learning stops, you die. When I say you die, it must not be physical. You die intellectually. So I learned, and I came out with this book. I Am Victory.
Power.